Welcome to Feared Armor. If this is your first time here, on this channel I talk about a battle raging between the forces of good and evil in the dimensional realm and how that intertwines and affects our physical world and how you can prepare today to deal with difficult events in the future. Everything I talk about on this channel comes from and has a foundation in a book that I wrote called The Deathless War, Surviving the Final Battle Between Good and Evil. There's a link in the description if you want to pick up a copy. So if you're looking for encouragement and resolve to not only survive, but to thrive in these very difficult times and difficult times in the future, then you've come to the right place. And I invite you to hit that bell and subscription button and always be notified of a new video. Tonight we're going to ask a very, very simple question. And that simple question is, what happened to the lockdown with this global health crisis that we allegedly have been dealing with? We now have protesters and rioters on the streets in all of these very hotspot areas that the virus was allegedly spreading in. And it absolutely begs the question, what's going on? You know, why in the world would all of these mayors and governors in these states that have had the tremendous, allegedly, all these tremendous numbers, now just be saying, well, we can protest, riot in the street, right? All these businesses are getting burned, these cities are getting burned to the ground, people's homes are getting burned and destroyed. All of this is happening. Well, what about the health issue? What about the health crisis? What happened to it? It obviously, again, starts to reveal information, reveal facts that we've been discussing a little bit and alluding to here on this channel, that this global health crisis was not what a lot of people were saying that it was. And that's obviously really coming to the forefront now. And again, this is warfare. There should be no doubt in your mind now that this is economic and political and control warfare between two factions. The President of the United States seems to be heading up one of the factions, and global leaders here in the United States and throughout the world are pitting themselves against individuals like our president that seems to be doing what he can for the people, but there is obviously, no one can look at this any longer and say that this is, you know, just something about a health crisis or just something about a protest. It's gone way, way beyond that, because you have countless people. In fact, I don't know anybody that I've talked to that thought the travesty that that happened to Floyd was something that was justified or anything, right? I think it's absolutely sickening. But those types of unfortunate events happen each and every day. Why all of a sudden now? Why all of a sudden this person? And why all of a sudden are we going off the deep end, right? We don't even want to talk about things or in a peaceful way in a protest, right? We want to destroy entire cities. And the destruction is going not only from major cities, but now into rural areas through organizations that are obviously taking advantage of this. So again, it should be absolutely, there should be no doubt in your mind right now that this is definitely a war and a battle that has nothing to do with a health crisis. It has nothing to do with the murder of a man, right? A very, very unfortunate event that certainly could have been prevented. And it's just horrific, right? I'm disgusted by it. And so are a lot of other people, no matter what your skin color is, are absolutely disgusted by it. And now all the other things that we're seeing that are happening out there, people getting hurt, people getting killed, people, it's just the whole entire thing is just a total and complete mess. So this has absolutely nothing to do with where this whole this problem started, and people really need to understand that it's far bigger than anything that we've ever seen before. Now, that's just, again, in almost every one of these videos, I want to continue to keep hammering home the perspective. Everything I'm talking about, all of these riots, right, all of this stuff is all happening on surface level. But what's happening in the dimensional realm? There can be no doubt as well, especially for individuals that pay attention to the Bible, that know and fully believe and understand in spiritual warfare, something has been unleashed in the dimensional realm, because you have so many people on both sides that are absolutely engaged in this, and individuals that are out there absolutely rioting and destroying, trying to create fear and chaos and all of that. You can be absolutely guaranteed those people are not being influenced by God. God is not a God of chaos and confusion and fear. Again, 365 different times in the Bible, God says, do not fear. So this is not, these people are not being influenced in their dimensional form by God. They're being influenced by the forces of evil, which apparently has been unbelievably unleashed. But then this gets back to what I was talking about the white horse of Revelation, that the white horse was released to go out onto the world and unchain and unbind these forces. And again, carrying a crown, which we know crown is corona. So again, this is something that should resonate with us and should telegraph to us that while there may have been a lot of other instances where people could have looked at a crown as being like a leader or what have you, it should be very, very clear and apparent to you now that, in fact, in the book of Revelation, talking about the white horse of Revelation going into the world, releasing these evil dimensional forces, having a bow, meaning this is war, and having a crown, referring to what we now know in the year 2020 as corona, or the coronavirus. So again, this is, we're absolutely seeing a connection, an intertwining, something is happening in the dimensional realm, and it's affecting us in the physical world. So really, really important to really start understanding and engaging in this fight, and understanding that it's probably going to get a lot worse before it gets better. So stay focused. Don't be feared. Don't be fearful, and continue to press on. Be encouraged. We're going to get through this, and then we'll be continuing to prepare for many difficult times in the future. Okay? God bless. See you on the next video.